May India's daughters ever be conscious of their dignity. May the air be good and great in the home and in the state. This invocation is from my school song. It was written decades ago, but is as relevant today as it was then. Jatiya Mahila Parliament ku vichesina Mahila Manuluku na Hirdaya Purvaka Swagata Sumanjali. ఈ రోజు ఇంతమంది గౌరవప్రదమైన మహిళల మధ్యలో ఉన్నందుకు నాకు చాలా సంతోషంగా ఉంది. Honorable Governor Andhra Pradesh, Honorable Chief Minister Sir, Honorable Speaker Andhra Pradesh and all other honorable guests on the dais, I am indeed very happy to be here today in the midst of all of you, and more so the galaxy of very eminent persons present here. I would be addressing the girl students in particular. You're all aware that in India, ancient India, women enjoyed a very high status. They were no less than men on any front. In later ages, women's status deteriorated. They faced prejudice and bias. Traditionally, up to the last century, a woman was seen to be having a fourfold sequence. She was a daughter, she was a wife, she was a homemaker and a mother. She existed because of the family and for the family. She was brought up on role models portraying selflessness, self-denial and sacrifice. These are good qualities, but is that all? In the last few decades, across the globe, women have made great strides, and you have several leading examples before you. However, even today, women's equality in terms of education, employment and power is still an individual rather than a universal accomplishment. Lack of awareness, need for attitudinal changes in the society are responsible. But perhaps there's something more. Aren't the women themselves responsible also? Let us introspect. Let us see what can we do. All you girls are very young, dedicated, and you have a long way to go. I will give you some advice based on my own experience. First of all, I would advise all women not to accept anything blindly. Question everything till you are satisfied. Simply don't believe what people say. Think for yourselves. The old concept that women must be passive and submissive and that men should be strong, brave and able to control is no longer relevant. Women too need to be strong, they too need to be brave. As for control, nobody needs to control any other. We are all rational human beings. Education is important. Speakers before me have talked about the relevance of education, and several governments have done a lot since independence in that direction. However, more than education, it is self-confidence or Atmavishwasam that is necessary. Be brave, be bold and courageous, and you will find that others will accept you for what you are. Never fear hard work. Tenacity and steadfastness always pay. Remember the old fable of the farmer and Lord Shiva's Damru. Lord Indra got annoyed with the farmers and he said there will be no rain for 12 years. So all farmers sat back despondently. One farmer kept tilling his soil, planting his seed. The others asked him, "Why are you not tilling your soil or planting a seed?" I must tell you, Lord Indra had also told Lord Shiva that please don't play your Damru for 12 years, because if you play your Damru, rain will fall. So Lord Shiva also stood back and didn't play his Damru. But this farmer kept tilling his soil. One day, Goddess Parvati passed that way, and she asked him, "Why are you still tilling your soil when there's not going to be any rain?" And he said, If I don't practice, I will forget how to till. This struck a chord in Goddess Parvati. She told Lord Shiva, if you don't play the damru, you will also forget how to play. Immediately, Lord Shiva played his damru, there was rain, and this farmer who was ready with his soil, he was able to take a crop. Set your goals high and work upon them. Be steadfast, always stick to your goal. Don't take easy options. Life will offer you many choices, but how do you decide? At times, decision making is not easy, but if you think logically, there are some easy steps. Identify the problem, define it, determine the requirements, establish your goals, identify alternatives, evaluate and compare alternatives, select the best, most effective, least problematic alternative, and review your progress. Make necessary adjustments, but never lose sight of your goal. Women need to think from their mind. They only think from their heart, it is said. But yes, thinking with both the mind and the heart is important. Always think of the last man. Always think of the poorest of the poor, and you'll always get the right answers. Here I'll tell you one story from my own example. I was sub-collector. This was more than 40 years ago. And there was this riverbed, the mighty river Narmada. And as you all know, like in the Godavari, like in the Krishna, in the summers the waters recede and there's a lot of land left there that people cultivate, watermelons, cucumbers, things like that. And in our state, huge parcels of land used to be auctioned. The big landlords took the land and then they gave out small portions at very heavy price to the genuine cultivators. And very often the cultivators did not even get the land because the landlord was upset with them. So I decided, let us make the land into smaller parcels. Each village boundary should be one plot of land to be auctioned. When we auctioned, the big pockets made sure the auction was boycotted. Nobody was allowed to participate. So the auction was null. Again we auctioned, again it didn't work out because the big landed gentry did not allow the villagers to come and participate. The government asked me informally to go back to the old system. I was not willing to go back. Time was running short, so what we did is that we decided we'll take 3 chain lengths of land and give it to each genuine cultivator if he got a certificate from the local panchayat that he is a genuine cultivator. All the land was parceled out, everybody got land to till, and these farmers, these small farmers, who were paying maybe something like 500 rupees to the landlord, got this land at a petty price of 10 rupees. They got huge income. As for the government revenues, I was told that if you're not careful, the AG will be after you, audit will get after you because there's a loss of government revenue. But friends, I found that at 10 rupees a plot, our revenues had gone up 50 times. And the Chief Minister, when he came to the district, people complained that she does whatever she wants to. He called me, he heard me. I was only a sub-collector then, sir. And I told him the whole story. He verified. A week later, I was called to the state headquarters. I was again called by the Chief Minister, and I was asked to rewrite the revenue book circular in respect of auctioning of government land for small cultivation. So, it is, if you are brave, if you are brave, and when you work without fear or favor, fortune will always fear. Fortune will always side you. There is a lot that I could have said, but obviously there are time constraints. But yes, I would say that there are many choices for a career, and I found mine in the Indian Administrative Service highly satisfying. It gave me an opportunity of meeting, serving people, and also suggesting policy alternatives and ensuring their implementation. I am sure that many of you will come with a dream of making a difference to the lives of fellow citizens. If you have such a dream and would like to attempt the civil services, I would encourage you, because the Union Public Service Commission has evolved very transparent, impartial and judicial systems and procedures, as a result of which many bright, hard-working and honest candidates coming from diverse sections of the society have realized their dreams. Today, more and more women are coming forward and are being successful. And let me tell you, a large number of those women are not city-bred. They are from towns, they're small towns, and even from the rural area. I will conclude with another prayer also. God of nations, hear our prayer. Bless this land so great, so fair. May all strife within it cease. Give it harmony and peace. May its people ever be true to their country and to you. I hope you will always be true to the country and to your inner voice. May God be with you. I would also like to thank the government of Andhra Pradesh for organizing this event. It is a maiden event, but I hope it will continue. Jai Andhra, Jai Hind.
मोदी साहब यहाँ पर एक गरीब कुटुंब से आते हुए भी इस देश के प्रधानमंत्री बने, इसका क्रेडिट किसको जाता है? तो डेमोक्रेसी को जिंदा रखने वाले कांग्रेस पार्टी को जाता है।